certain level, we crossed all the levels to make at the highest level the content formation. In the format, what I produced is, it should serve for a longer term. It should have relevancy to screen these films at the national festivals or international festivals also. So we made the content in three forms. First is theaters for 3 minutes purpose, 1 minute for the television purpose, and documentary for 15 minutes purpose, 15 to 30 minutes. So there is a lot of relevancy to take these films to international platforms through festivals. I am sure our FDC has been supporting us, Film Development Corporation, Information Department have been thoroughly supporting us in all our initiatives, and I expect the same or more in the days to come. And convergence of various departments with the Legal Service Authority would be a higher initiative, because almost all the activities in the governance and public needs are addressed by this Legal Service Authority, which I have been closely observing and documenting also. So in the days to come, we need more convergence with the government institutes and the Legal Service Authority to take it forward for the well-being of the society and rendering justice to all at the doorstep. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to express my views. Thank you.
Thank you, Sai Prasad Garu, for briefing on the short films and your endeavors in making the short films. Now I humbly request Honorable Sri Justice P. Shyam Koshi Garu, Judge, High Court for the State of Telangana and Executive Chairman, Telangana State Legal Service Authority, to address this gathering on this occasion.
A very good morning to each one present in this court. Honorable Justice Shri Alok Arade, the Chief Justice for the High Court, State of Telangana, and the Patron-in-Chief of the State Legal Services Authority. My esteemed brother and sister judges, the senior officers from the state, Shri Jiten, the Principal Secretary Home, Shri Anmant Rao, Ms. Shikha Goyal, Ms. Shruti Oja, and all the officers of the Registry of the High Court. We have all gathered here with a very pious object and intention, wherein there is a need for a concerted effort of all the dignitaries and the respective department that each one of us represent. The Legal Authorities Services Act 1987 was in fact enacted primarily to provide free and competent legal services to, one, the weaker section of the society, two, the underprivileged in the society, three, the marginalized group in the society, and four, the persons who were exploited in various ways. The prime object to ensure was that the opportunity of securing justice is not denied to any citizen on account of he or she being in a disadvantageous position, or on account of the fact that the position, that is the disadvantageous position he or she is facing, leads to the deprivation of the legal rights otherwise guaranteed. One of the objectives of the Legal Service Authority is also to create a legal awareness. The legal awareness programs requires an intensive legal awareness campaign. It is with this object that we have all assembled in this hall, and all the persons in this hall have spared their valuable time on this noble cause. The legal awareness campaign can be divided into two groups. One is where the intention is of apprising the last person in the society of the legal rights that they have. And the second is to make the said person aware as to how he or she and where he or she would get the best legal remedies to the grievances and the disputes he or she faces. There are various activities which are carried by the Legal Service Authority to reach these vulnerable section of the society. Day in and day out, we have been exploring various modes and means of reaching to these vulnerable section. It is in this context that the Legal Service Authority decided to avail the opportunity of carrying the awareness campaign by way of short films on varied subjects in which the legal services is keenly interested. Some of the issues, of course, we'll be showing the short films in a very short moment of time, relates to the juveniles, the issues relating to drug abuse, the issues relating to human trafficking, so on and so forth. The purpose is to carry the awareness campaign by way of short films because the film leads to a strong or gives a strong impact on the visual storytelling. It has a direct impact on the understanding of a common mass. The medium of cinema is unique ability to captivate, educate, and stimulate the minds of the common mass that goes through the theaters where the large section of the society spare their valuable time for entertainment. The state of Telangana has a very rich cinema viewership. We are told that there are around 700 theaters, which is an astounding figure, in the state of Telangana. And therefore, we thought that this would be one of the means by which we could carry the campaign and the legal awareness program. Great number of people watch movies, thrillers, adventures, comedy, horror, and it was keeping that in mind, we thought of having these short films, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, documentaries, short documentaries, which could be displayed during the intervals or just before the film starts, as would be convenient. The cinema or the movie help us to see the world from an improved perspective and help us in understanding the message that is conveyed, and also depicts the unseen realities which needs the attention of people like us. Right from the olden times, we know that spreading of a message was taken through, in Indian perspective, through the Nukkad Nataks, which were held at the prominent squares. Then it led to the theaters where plays and dramas were depicted. Then it led to the present day theater where cinemas are viewed. And now it has grown enormously with the OTT platform, the cable TV, and so on and so forth, where the media of cinema has a great impact. Movies entertain, educate, and inspire the viewer in many ways. It helps the viewer to grasp the situation faster, understand the message, and also motivate the viewer to do good for the humanity from the message that is conveyed. It creates an awareness on multiple aspects of life. It helps to understand the negative effects of the topics which would be shown in the films that would be reflected today, like the negative effects of drugs, the alcohol, dangers of criminal activities, terrorism, wars, creates a sense of empathy towards the marginalized, weaker, and the exploited ones, gives us a sense of responsibility for this neglected, deprived, and the denied section of the society. Movies are a sort of mirror depicting and prevailing culture in the society. Cinema, with its wide reach and potent influence, can play a vital role in enhancing the public understanding of legal aid service. Though compelling storytelling, engaging narratives, and the relatable characters, films, and the documentaries can simplify the complexities and nuances of the justice system, thereby fostering a better understanding and appreciation of the legal aid service among the general public. The power of cinema lies in the ability to transcend boundaries, break barriers, and touch the human heart. It is a medium that speaks a universal language, a language that resonates with the human condition. It has the power to illuminate the unseen voice, the voiceless, and the challenge in the status quo that is otherwise maintained. We are all aware that there was a recent film that was released by the name Jai Bhim. It received a nationwide acclaim. That was based on a true story. The film portrays the struggle of a tribal woman whose husband was wrongfully confined and the lawyer's efforts to secure justice for them. Such movies underscore how cinema can contribute to the public discourse on legal aid, bringing to light the triumphs and the tribulations that mark the journey towards justice. They serve a testament to the power of cinema to not just entertain, but to educate, inspire, and bring a driving change. Films, movies, and documentaries can serve as powerful mediums to foster awareness, understanding, and appreciation of the legal aid service. They can shine a spotlight on the indispensable role of the legal aid service in our justice delivery system, highlighting its importance in upholding the principles of equality and justice. Since movies are impactful, the Legal Service Authority thought of having these short films created with a pious hope of achieving the aims and the object for which the Legal Services Authorities Act have been established. At the end, I would like to mention a small word of appreciation to Shri D. Sai Prasad, the director of all these films, who has toiled hard for years together in making these films reach the stage that we have. We have been waiting for an auspicious occasion. The other day we went and spoke to the Honorable Chief Justice. He readily gave his consent to have it today, this afternoon. We are in fact highly indebted to Shri Sai Prasad for making this voluntarily effort, assisting the Legal Services Authority in this endeavor. Lastly, I would also express my deep gratitude and indebtedness to the Honorable Chief Justice. I personally know how hectic his today's plan is. He has got many assignments. He has to travel out. He has got another inauguration function. In spite of that, he readily gave his valuable time, squeezing in between. So we will really be always grateful and indebted for your gesture shown toward us and being the chief guest of this occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miller. Now I humbly request Honorable Sri Justice Alok Arade Ji, the Chief Justice, High Court for the State of Telangana and Patron-in-Chief Telangana State Legal Service Authority, to kindly address the gathering on this occasion, and I also request His Lordship to kindly launch the short films on NALSA schemes.
A very good morning to all of you. My esteemed colleague, Brother Justice P. Sam Koshi, Executive Chairman, State Legal Services Authority. My esteemed colleagues on the bench, Mr. D. Sai Prasad, Director of the Short Movies, Registrars of the High Court, Member Secretary, Legal Services Authority, government officials, representatives from the UNICEF, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, I am happy to be amongst you all on the occasion of launch of the short films produced by State Legal Services Authority in association with State Film Development Corporation on various schemes of National Legal Services Authority. As you all know, films are an effective means of communication and have a wider reach. The short films, I am sure, will ensure that the awareness is created in the society about various services offered by National Legal Services Authority. I am sure that short films produced by State Legal Services Authority shall serve the purpose for which they are made. The films cover the various themes as has been pointed out in detail by Justice Koshi. The short films have been made with an object so that viewers, particularly in rural and tribal areas, should easily understand various services provided by National Legal Services Authority. I am confident that the short films will create the awareness amongst the society and more needy persons would avail of the benefit of scheme of NALSA. Before parting, I must acknowledge the contribution of Mr. D. Sai Prasad to the noble cause. Thank you.